In a previous video, I talked about how one of my favorite characters in comics is Dick Grayson, Robin, Nightwing. Another great character that I really love, Michael John Carter. Now you may not know who that is, but you probably know this, Booster Gold. Hi guys, Dave here, DCBFX. I've noticed on my videos, I don't say I introduce myself. I sort of like, well, you know who I am. I really have to get back into the habit of doing that. So, hi, welcome. Booster Gold was a character that came out right after Crisis ended. Crisis was in 1985. DC went erase, compress, and they just got rid of this whole convoluted continuity and said, let's start over. So they redid Superman's origin, and they redid Batman's origin, and then they brought out this character called Booster Gold. Booster Gold was Michael John Carter. He's a character from the 25th century. So if you know me, you know I love time travel stuff. So I like Doctor Who. Well, not the 12th or the 13th or the 11th so much either, but like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are great doctors. One of my favorite TV shows, a show came out in the 90s called Time Trax, about a cop from the future. So I love time travel. So the character from the future, awesome. He was Michael John Carter was a sports hero he was a famous athlete in the 25th century playing a form of football, and his nickname was Booster. He eventually, got caught betting on his games because his dad was a gambler. Long convoluted story. He's reduced to being a janitor at a time travel historical museum. And he gets an idea, you know what? I'm going to go into the past. I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to make tons of money, and I'm going to be famous. So he steals equipment, and he shows up in the 20th century. And he was going to call himself Gold Star, which is weird because his outfit was this. It's blue with a gold here, and the star's blue, but anyway. Gold Star, but in talking with Reagan, this is 1986, what's your name, son? Booster Gold Star. Booster Gold, hey, welcome, hey, how are you? So there was a long-running gag of everyone calling him Buster. What do you mean, Buster? It's Booster. Anyway, the character did okay in the 80s, 1986, when he first came out. Dan Jurgens created him, and it was an okay series. Then it sort of foundered for a while until he joined the Justice League, and Justice League International was a great series Keith Giffen put out, famous for good character revival for Booster Gold. Then things sort of went all over, and then in the 2000s, 2006 I think, we had Infinite Crisis, and then all these other things, and then we got down to the 52. 52 was very ambitious by DC. They put out a comic a week. Well, they had other comics as well, but they did. 52 came out every week. And Booster Gold was sort of the main character for a lot of it. Eventually he dies, or does he? And then it's revealed at the very end he's been working with Rip Hunter, Time Master, another great character, see, time. And they stop everything from going south, and the universe sits back to 52 different, I guess, dimensions or different universes. They're all, separated by a vibrational wall. Out of that, 2007 came Booster Gold. I love this series. This was so well written, so well drawn. I loved it. I loved it until we got to the end. At the very end, they had to shoehorn Flashpoint into it. Flashpoint was a way for DC to sort of shake it all up again. They took everything and mashed it up and see what happens. The Flash goes back in time, saves his mom, and that changes all these things. Superman doesn't land in Kansas, and he's not raised with good values, and he's a laboratory experiment, and Atlantis is fighting the Amazons and everything else. This all happens, and Booster and his robot sidekick Skeets are the only ones to remember. By the time we got to the end of that, it's like, I guess whatever. And then we get into the new 52, which was a I hated it. Let's put it this way. New 52 came out and they said, we've wiped away 75 years of continuity. Okay, here's your pull list. Cancel everything. What? I don't want any of it. I got 8,000 comics at home. I don't need any more. Thank you. Done. And yeah, I hated New 52. And even when they tried to bring it back through Rebirth and the things, it was like, I hate it. I hate it. It's just, I'm 53 years old now. I don't need any more. I'll read them on my iPad. Anyway, he was a great, great character. And the best part about Booster in his series is he's the best and biggest hero you've never heard of. His whole thing is he patrols the timeline. He works with Rip Hunter, who we find out later is actually his son. Comes out really great in I think the Zero issue, where just as Booster goes to go save the universe again, just Rip Hunter's back there in the time lab and says, "Keep it up, Dad." So really great story. It was 47 issues. I loved it. He's always hopping through time to fix this, and he tries to become a hero and tries to save Barbara Gordon from being shot, and he tries again and again and again and again, and he keeps failing. And at one point, Batman says, "Here, I've got these pictures. I know what you tried to do. Everyone thinks you're a phony. I don't. I know what you're trying to do. I appreciate that." So that's just a little something on a character I love. I've got a couple characters, figures of Booster Gold. I even like him when he's a nothing character, like in DC Universe. He just says, "Hi, I'm Booster. Follow this." He's not even a playable character, so I made my own Booster. I always like the V. If you noticed, Nightwing V and like that. Booster Gold. I like that sort of that costume design. I think it looks pretty cool. So anyway, if you haven't read any Booster Gold, check it out. The Dan Jurgens run, even the original run was good, but the run from 2007, really worth reading. It's I have it on my iPad and I keep it on my iPad. I will go through, I'll read all 47 issues, and a couple months later, I'm gonna read that again. That was so good. The various parts of it, they're interweaved, and like great payoff. Really good writer to do that. He did a great job writing Superman as well, and he's a very talented artist as well. So he's much like a current John Byrne, who does it all. So that's my video for the day. That's my chat for the day. It is, just want to talk about things I like. And I appreciate you coming in and looking at it. I appreciate the views on my channel. And I will talk to all of you on Friday.